Hi, and welcome to the Femme Fiasco podcast, or welcome back. I'm Venice.
And I'm Autumn.
And we've got some sexy-ass bitches here today that are our special guests. Please
the
introduce
sexiest.
yourself.
Hello.
I am Amy,
Queen.
and you are the sexiest. You all are the sexiest.
Queen.
I am SHIA.
Yes, the
Hello.
besties. I'm so fucking excited. Today's episode is going to be so fun. Actually, quick little side note, we literally filmed 20 minutes of an episode, and it just fucking disappeared. So we're doing this again.
Pilot.
It was meant
It's
to be.
giving the pilot.
It's giving the pilot.
Yeah.
And I just spit. Say it, don't spray it, bitch.
It's giving Lost, the pilot.
Yeah, for real, but we've got some crazy shit to get into, because obviously the girls are our besties from high school.
The
Juan
girls.
Diego, crazy.
The girls.
Fuck Juan Diego.
Fuck Juan Diego, real.
gay ho.
That's what someone called
And then
it.
also it sucks the Utah culture with like going to the bars and everything, because like every weekend you go, it's like a high school reunion.
It's like,
No,
oh my god, let's go to the
seriously.
club
It's
and see
like-
everyone I graduated with. Cool.
No, it like makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: was the person we were together whenever this person called us Wandy Gay Ho, but was it the person who was working at McDonald's?
There's a McDonald's right across the street from this fucking high school we went to, and goddamn,
He
the
was like,
workers fucking.
so
knew
where do
us.
you guys go to school? He was like this like skater fucking boy, and it's like, bitch, I just want my egg McMuffin. I'm not trying to. Please.
Are you a
like
McGriddle girl or a McMuffin girl?
McMuffin?
McGriddle.
Same.
McMuffin.
Griddle. Ooh,
And
we're
filet o
so
fish.
bad.
It's a half and half.
Can't
okay.
relate. Can't relate.
Sausage or bacon?
Bacon.
Bacon.
Sausage.
What?
Sausage.
Okay.
Ah,
okay. Double
sausage.
split.
Interesting.
Okay.
You know, like a
That's
little
crazy.
sausage?
I love my sausage.
You guys love
Bacon,
I like a
eggs,
big
great sausage. I got a fat ass, but I still like sausage.
Sausage.
I ate too much sausage as a kid. Now I'm just a bacon girl. I don't know. Oh fuck.
Bacon kind of has it for me.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. She goes with everything.
She's too
great.
thin. I like them thick.
Girl, they
Okay,
make
yeah.
thick bacon.
Mhm.
They make thick bacon.
Thick cut.
Not a McDonald's.
Not a McDonald's. McDonald's does not know what
Honestly,
thick cut
McDonald's,
really is.
once you invest in your bacon budget, then we can start talking.
When are we going to talk about the
Real.
bacon budget?
Real.
We don't
Real.
talk enough about the bacon budget.
We never do.
We never do, and honestly, that's where this economy collapses, is once we, like, forget to talk about the bacon budget.
Every time.
We talk about everything else but the bacon budget.
Wait, but do you guys know about the cheese caves?
No.
Wait,
This
what?
girl, I don't even know about the bacon budget. So what?
So the cheese caves, apparently the government has ordered like a surplus of cheese to be. Okay, don't fact check me.
Literally me.
Apparently
Allegedly.
there's like
The
a
government's
surplus,
ordered a surplus of
I'm
cheese.
the
Hello,
government.
me, I'm the government. I love my cheese. I'm a rat.
and apparently there's just these caves that are just filled with cheese because there's too much cheese. Like there's a
Caves
surplus of cheese.
filled with cheese.
Caves-
It sounds
look it up.
insane.
Look it up.
I'll look it
Look
up.
it up.
I'll look it up.
You look it up.
Cheese.
You look it up.
That's giving Geronimo Stilton. He's like, we need to figure out this cave full of cheese.
Cheese. Shaping with cheese.
Seriously, look up the cheese caves. It's a real thing.
Cheese.
I believe that. I've heard that's why they try to make everything like as cheesy as fuck. Like with everything, like they make every new menu item at a restaurant.
Taco Bell's like, would you like to cheese it up?
Yeah, like nacho fries, queso sauce, like blah. Like
Have you guys noticed Taco Bell recently has been like, would you like to make it spicy? Would you like to make it spicy? They just add damn jalapenos in it.
I haven't been to that. Is it
Yeah.
really? That's fucking
Yeah.
annoying.
It's good though.
I haven't been to a Taco Bell in a second.
Oh, me
I'm a
either.
I'm a guapo.
I've been so long. Never.
I've actually never fucking been to Taco
I've actually
Bell.
never ate fast food.
No.
Actually.
The same. I don't eat fast food. I've never
No.
been. Wait, a drive-through? What's that? I'm confused.
That's fucking disgusting. People who put that in their body are nasty
Wait, a
whores.
drive-through? I'm confused. I just have people make food for me all the time.
Me too.
At my
Yeah.
residence. So.
I don't know what that is. It's...
Well, anyways, I get that you guys.
I'm fucking
You're
dead.
sausage girls. We're bacon.
I'm a
girls.
bacon girl. I'm so sorry to the ladies.
That's
to the
okay.
girls.
Okay. It's fine.
The McGriddle is better though.
I
I'll
won't
give you that.
forget
Wrong. The McMuffin.
I'll never
slays.
forget you guys are
Sound off in the
McMuffin
comments.
girls.
Whoa, she's not a McMuffin
I'm a
girl.
McGriddle girl.
No,
We're
I'm doing the.
Oh, the double side eye. Okay.
Child, anyways, Shishi, you love the McMuffin, right?
Yes.
They
You like
eat-
it dry?
Girl, it's because they make it with a real egg. Fuck you and your fake egg.
I think they use the same egg.
I think one's like frozen and one they crack like on the
Really?
griddle.
Yes. Yes, girl. That's why that's why I'm telling you the like
Mick?
McMuffin, the McEgg.
Maybe I don't know
that.
The
anything.
McMuffin.
I
I've
They
actually
give you
never
a
had
real
fast
egg.
food, so I don't know anything.
I don't
Girl,
really like
I could
knowing
clock a
the
fake egg
background
from a
behind
mile
the food
away.
I'm putting in my body.
Yeah, well, you don't need to know where
Like
the food
I
came
don't
from.
like knowing
Sad.
where it comes from.
We don't need to know about the
I
food.
Like at my other job, I
I
work at a
don't need
restaurant.
to know where my food is coming.
But at my other
Real.
job, I work at a restaurant, and I literally had a customer. She asked me, she was like, "So was the chicken healthy before you guys cooked it?" And then I've gone asked,
What do they mean
What
by
do
ready?
they
Like
eat?
healthy?
Healthy,
Like, does it
like-
run
Actually,
around?
the chicken
healthy
was
chicken.
depressed and
and
had
then like
bipolar.
also asking like,
Me.
what
the
was
chicken had BPD.
what was the? Because it is a thing though that like you only eat like grass fed like animals and like. all
Actually,
that,
the
like,
chicken you
grass-fed
ate had
beef.
DID.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be
And it's
feeling
like
that in a couple
how
days.
am I supposed to know? Like I literally look her right in the eyes and I'm like, a healthy chicken. Like
How would
what?
you know? Like, it
She
just
could
comes
have-
shipped to you.
Chicken
the
could have
fuck?
fibromyalgia. None of us know.
Like, I didn't go to
It can't-
chicken school. The fuck?
It's
Chicken
explaining their
school.
symptoms like. Bop, 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 up, 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 up.
Me when I
Yeah,
graduated
they're
chicken
dead.
school.
Chicken school.
Actually, I'm a graduate. I have a PhD in chicken school, so I can tell you everything you need to know about chicken ever.
Same.
Is this chicken? What did they say to you?
Is
Grass
it
fed.
healthy chicken? Was
Okay.
the chicken
That's
healthy before you
but
killed
that's
it?
completely different because I've heard that like, is it grass fed? Is
Yeah.
it this? Is it cruelty
I
free?
think
Like blah 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 blah
cows eat
blah.
grass.
Bitch,
Like,
if
what?
you're, I think cows eat grass.
Yeah, grass fed's beef, and then
Like, is it like 60 cents more to have it non-cruelty free?
I buy my
beef?
eggs for
Yeah.
$10
What?
to get pasture raised because I'm insane.
Yeah, no,
I just think about the chickens, and then I get
or like
I.
cage free.
That's
But
okay.
okay, context. I eat a dozen of eggs a week minimum.
Oh,
I
soy
love
protein
eggs.
queens.
Okay, I'm not.
Get that
okay.
Peace
Yeah,
and
no-
love. I love
no,
eggs.
people think-
I
Every
could eat
time
like
I say
4
that,
eggs,
everyone's
especially
like,
hard-boiled.
No, I
Everyone's
love
like the egg
eggs.
and
Eggs
I'm
are
like, I could eat
great.
eggs for like every meal.
Eggs with
Oh, yeah.
bacon. Hello.
Bacon,
On the
yeah.
burger.
Hello. Eggs
on
with
the
bacon.
side, boiled.
No.
Whatever.
Yeah, I eat like 3 eggs every morning.
Eggs are gas.
I love
duh.
bacon. I love
Okay.
eggs, not bacon. I love bacon,
And bacon,
too.
duh.
That part too, but I do love
That
eggs. Eggs with toast. Eats
Fuck me
slays every
up.
time.
Especially when
Every
it's runny
time.
egg. And
Ooh,
you
add
dip
a
the
little bit of
toast.
sriracha on that skin.
Ooh.
Okay,
No,
from your
Tallulah.
guys' last podcast, y'all were talking shit on Tabasco.
You love
I
I
was
love
talking shit on Tabasco.
Tabasco. The vinegar stuff. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Did you-
All
did
my
you
Tabasco lovers stand up because
Sit down.
I am outweighed
No one
by
sit the
this.
fuck
No,
down.
I love
Did
Okay.
you
it.
grow up eating Tabasco?
Yes. Yes.
So that makes sense.
Okay.
Cholula,
Okay, that
if
makes
there's
sense.
cheese in the dish, you use Cholula, like if it's eggs, and if it's not cheesy eggy, then you use Valentina.
Well, the first time I ever
I do
had
like
Cholula,
Valentina.
I had never had it, but then it was one time. I can say like Cassie's name, right?
Yeah, of
We
course,
talked
Okay,
to
yeah.
Cassie. Hey,
So
girl.
it was me and you. We were hey girl Cassie. We were at Cassie's house and we made ramen, and then she put Cholula on it, and then ever since then I like Cholula.
Oh, and I
'cause
put
was
sriracha
so
on my
good.
ramen.
Yeah,
Cholula
it was so good.
busts.
I was like, okay.
But
That
I'm
sounds
just
so good.
not a Tabasco girl. I'm sorry. She's too wet.
She's watery.
She's
She's really
Very
wet.
watery. She gives
And she
me-
makes you hit her hard to get her out. She makes you work
Yeah.
for it. She really makes you work for
She
it.
exactly. She
Literally.
makes me work for the spice. It's like just give it
And
to
with
me.
the Cholula, I can just go, oh, there you go.
Cholula's great.
You used to do a little bit
Sriracha's
of
great.
shaking, but no, you don't
Oh
have
my
to like
gosh.
pound this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cholula
No.
goes good on everything. Sriracha.
No, disagree.
I disagree.
Cholula goes good on like things that are eggy or cheesy.
I disagree. I think
And if it's
Cholula goes
not,
good on other things.
You gotta go for Valentina, but then if it is more like ramen or like an Asian food, then you need to do sriracha.
I get that.
That's
but I love sriracha
that's
on my
where
eggs, too,
that's
though.
where I was gonna differentiate because it's like whenever you go to like Asian foods or shit like that, or like even me personally, girl, I love a sriracha on top of my egg.
I'm a Cholula. No.
I know, but it's so good. But I love all hot sauce. I just love the spice. I live for it. But sriracha's very delicious. I prefer it in my Asian food though, for sure.
Does anybody here think black pepper is spicy?
Oh my god,
No.
no.
Okay, good. I was like,
Girl,
No,
what?
but-
Girl, what?
I had a lot of friends who were like, they're like, hold off on the pepper.
No, I know
No,
people like that
it
too.
has all the
Looking at
flavor.
y'all funny.
I
Looking
know
at
people
y'all
like
mad
that think
funny.
barbecue sauce is spicy. I'm like, oh, come on.
Barbecue sauce.
Maybe it's like a vinegar mustard one. It can be kinda, but like not really.
even for here's the tea. is
even the
whenever-
Texas barbecue.
Yeah, whenever I
Yeah.
was a little girl, I would like
Girl.
Yeah, when I was a little girl. I remember this very vividly. My mom was like watching not Wizards of Waverly Place, Wizards of Oz, on her like TV and shit like that, and she was eating jalapeno chips, and then I came up and I was like, "Girl, I'm starving. Like, give me some of those jalapeno chips." And she said no because I was a fucking toddler. I was like, "Bitch, give it to me now.
I'll fight you.
Give it to me now." And I was like, "It's not spicy, girl. Like, give me some more. Shit's delicious." And I don't know. I'm just a spice girl. I love
spice.
I live for the spice.
Same.
It's so good.
Live for it. It incites something in me. It
Chili
makes
flakes
me
on everything.
Yeah.
and it makes me excited to live.
Same.
Needs
Oh
something.
no, same. Like if I
Makes me feel
Something.
something.
that's what I was gonna say. Like it makes me feel something to fucking feel like a little spice. I mean, fucking hell.
Yeah, it gives me a little kick,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, the kick is good. The kick is good. Well, I guess we're gonna get into a little bit of our stories from Juan Diego about our snitching stories. Catholic girl shit. I mean, if you know,
Took
you
our
know.
communion.
Honestly,
Duh.
star us all in Superstar. They should make a
Real.
new Superstar. Have you guys ever seen that movie with
Yes.
SNL?
Yes.
They should make a new Superstar starring us four.
That would be
Period.
sick.
Dibs on Mary
Do you
Catherine
guys want to
Gallagher.
make communion chip
Dips.
nachos?
I've seen those.
I saw it to Venice the other day.
Communion
Those
does
were
not
amazing.
taste. It would just taste so bland.
But
That
sometimes I'd get so
sounded
hungry
so
in mass that, like,
nasty.
when
Yeah.
I'd eat the communion, I'd be so hungry in mass, I'd get the communion in my mouth, and I'd just let it sit there, and I'd
Same.
be like...
But I'm
You
so
gotta
like
experiment with
superstitious
it.
that I feel like if I did it, I'd feel like I'm getting like bad vibes or like I don't know. That's just
Fair. Fair,
I would
fair,
like
fair.
let it sit until it like dissolved into my mouth like completely. Like I wouldn't chew it at all. Like I was.
Same.
weird.
I was never
No, I didn't
Catholic,
think
so
that.
I
It
just
was
kind of
so
ate
weird.
it whenever I was hungry.
That's fine.
I do this if I was full, and I do this if I was hungry.
No, for real. That was literally me. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even playing with y'all. I'm not playing with the girls. I dead ass. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Vince. Can you hold this?
Oh yeah.
No,
I
that's
dead ass
also
hit him
like.
with the.
Oh my god.
I don't practice.
Yeah,
like, girl, I'm hungry.
fully baptized, but like,
Yeah.
Not even baptized in the
Oh.
Catholic Church, bitch. Bitch, I was hungry.
I'm hungry.
I was hungry. I said, please give me a quackle. I'm hungry.
I'm a starving Mormon.
Okay,
Run
can
it
we
up.
talk about? Okay, here's something. I don't know if you guys have talked about this before, like the uniforms. Okay,
A little bit.
So we had these like
Yeah.
skirts or shorts or pants.
Hot.
We wear khakis, ugly
They
as
could
hell.
have been hot.
Hot as
if they
fuck.
would have allowed
But
us.
here's the really interesting part. So when you think of like Catholic schoolgirl, especially like slutty Catholic school girl, you think of the short plaid skirt.
Literally,
right?
none of us for the slutty Catholic schoolgirls.
I tried, and I'd get shit on, and then I'd pretend like I wasn't.
Same.
trying.
Same.
So
I tried.
we'd have our uniform that's khakis, and then we'd have like our mass outfit for when we'd have church, and that's when we wear our little plaid skirts. Tell me why when we had church they're like, let's put you in the shortest shit ever, so you can really walk around and show everyone's your coochie on the day of church.
Flash your coochie.
Like they seriously had us
Real.
dressing slutty for church.
Yeah.
Flash
Real.
your coochie for God. He loves it.
I'm
It's
like,
cute.
who said that God
do
doesn't
too.
like khakis? Why can't we wear our khakis?
Here's
on
the tea: is
Real.
like any other
Real.
day when I wasn't wearing like my fucking like skirt or some shit like that, always rocking the pants.
love the pants.
pants.
Only in
and the shorts.
the
Oh, yeah.
pants.
And that's what Chris thought when we
Absolutely.
first started going out. When he knew I went to Catholic school, he's like, "Oh, so like, do you still have your uniform?" And I was like, "You do not want to see that." Like,
Oh, I
No.
mine was him to the gods short, and
but that
I-
was such a thing though too. Like,
That I
there was
can't
some girls
relate.
that I went to school with, and they would talk about how like some guys that they got with, like their whole thing was like they were like keep the skirt on. Like
That's
let me
so
do it and
fucking
keep
gross.
the
That's
skirt
gross.
on.
I need to know what guys
That's
do.
gross.
need to
I
know.
know
Oh, I will
exactly
tell
what
you.
you're
Wait,
talking
you're gonna
about,
bleep it
too.
out, right?
I can leave it out.
You guys don't even know. I'll tell you off camera because
Okay.
it's like a little older, so I don't know if you guys would know.
But it's okay. I
But
get
it was weird. Like,
They were
have
like-
us dressed slutty for church.
Yeah, they were always though, like especially on church days, like if they went to our school, but if they didn't go to our school, even it's like if I would be like snapping dudes throughout the day or some shit like that, they'd be like, "Oh, like what a nice skirt you're wearing." Meanwhile, it's like,
Oh, I played into it. I'm like, don't lie. Don't lie, guys.
I probably did too.
I'm like, please. You totally played into it. You totally took the Snapchats of like the leg right here.
Yeah.
With like the
or the mirror selfies of like just like half of you.
I
Duh.
definitely did wear the
Hey,
outfit for
girls,
Halloween the next year
same.
and played the the slutty schoolgirl.
Oh yeah, I've seen
and
those
tied
do
it.
that.
I'll probably end up doing that. I have yet to do
I
it.
did it,
The
like,
Yeah,
trauma
I
is
have yet
so-
to do it.
I
yet.
know the trauma.
I'm
It's
pretty
like-
sure I still
I
have
don't
my
have anything
skirt,
from Juan Diego,
but my
like, at
skirt
all.
is just
Same.
too fucking big,
no.
and that was always my issue with
Yeah.
it too. Is I got it in freshman year.
It depends on the year you got them. Different years, they were different.
Yeah,
They were different.
I got it
lengths.
in freshman
Yeah.
year, and it was the only like formal skirt I ever had, so I always like rolled it up and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, roll it.
Which because it's like I'm fucking tall as a fucking tree. Hello, like I need some. You got to give me some sort of leverage here.
Yeah. Something to
But it's
work
like
with.
I never ever like. Eventually, my junior year, I got a new khaki skirt, but I never got a new plaid skirt.
I only had one.
Those bitches were $70
Expensive.
for a
Like,
plaid skirt that I would wear like once a month. Like, what is this? My period? I'm paying $70 for a pad. Fuck you.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fucked
Like that's
up.
not happening.
No,
I don't know
it's too
who you
much.
think this is or where we think we're going. This is not happening. The other day, my grandma gave me my Senate school sweatshirt.
You were a senator?
I was in Senate. Hello, ladies.
Period.
Vote me to be the next president of the
I think
United
Miss
States.
President.
Yes. Okay. Honestly, I will
Slay.
be voting. It's actually the election is coming up.
How old do you have to be to get elected? I thought you had to be like 32.
35.
Yeah.
You're
35?
35. So
Girl,
vote this year.
vote for me.
That's just president, though. You could
Vote
probably be
for
Senate
me.
younger.
Vote
True,
for me for
true.
president. Please and thank you.
What's your platform? Like what?
Hot bitches.
Mm.
Oh,
That's my
yeah.
platform, hot bitches. All the hot bitches come to me, please and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mine
Welcome to
is
the queen.
get rid of McMuffins, McGriddles for all.
Wrong! Get rid of McGriddles, McMuffins for all.
It'd be a sad world, a sad, dry world.
It would be.
Girl, let the world be sad. The world's already
Let the
sad.
world be
Fuck the
sad.
world. The world's already sad. I'm sad. Fuck
too.
it.
So let's talk about depression.
Enough about, like, Xanax.
Now to the snitches who
We should
are
talk about
bitches.
Snitches, lads.
So, first of all, me and Amy actually got snitched on. We were going to the bathroom when we were supposed to be in reading because at Juan Diego, you had to literally sit for like 30 to 40 minutes in the auditorium with auditorium. Okay.
Just like reading a book.
With like, yeah,
Any
with, like,
team.
And they patrol us, and it
yeah, with the
ruined reading
entire,
for me.
yeah, with the entire school. So you're probably gonna get sick by one of the fucking nasty bastards you're sitting next to. But me and Amy decided
AKA
to skip
Venice.
because
Venice's sick ass.
It's just
coming
me.
in every.
it's just me. Who's sick and got two
Fully
thumbs.
sick as a
This
dog.
girl.
Fully sick as a fucking dog sitting next to fuckers like.
Yep. I've been coughing the whole goddamn episode.
No.
Continues
she
reading the
hasn't.
Outsiders like there's no problem. Like, bitch, you just gooped. You just gooped over everybody.
I grew.
You can't goop on people.
In
What the-
context for Venice's story, I have no recollection, but I know it's true.
I do. I remember
I
when it
blocked
first
out some stuff from
happened.
high school.
I remember
I'm the
this
only
one
who
too.
doesn't
It's
remember.
crazy.
Because it was the same fucking girl that we'll talk about later.
Yes,
Same
yes.
story.
So this freaking me and Amy, we went and ditched in some bathrooms in the high school because Amy was going through
Classic.
it. She accidentally bought concert tickets on her parents' card. It happens.
Yeah, it's
okay?
on accident. You accidentally just like enter in like
Bad
12
girls
digits
only.
and then like you or 16 digits and then you
Put
accidentally
Amy and I on Bad
enter
Girls
in the
Club.
day and then you accidentally enter in the security code and then somehow it accidentally gets charged and it's like how did that even happen?
It's like
For
what the
me,
fuck?
I
my
think
God.
I would have
You
realized
should
it was
be on
my
Bad
parents'
Girls Club.
card when it went through. I
Amy?
think that's when I would have realized it was my parents' card when it actually went through. Because I'm
Amy,
so broke.
If Bad Girls Club were to come back, would you audition with me?
For the bit, yeah, sure.
Dude, I would even audition. Oh my
Good.
god, that'd be crazy. That'd be so fun.
I'd be in the phone room like, fuck this bitch.
Fuck Autumn, she's a raging bitch.
She's a raging,
Fucked my man.
a raging. See you next Tuesday. The worst.
Charisma,
I'm-
uniqueness, nerve, and
Not
talent.
serious.
Shut the fuck up.
But anyway, freaking Amy and I, we were ditching reading because, I mean, God for fucking bid,
Having a
we
bad
have to
day.
read as much as sick kids.
Whoa. Hey, ladies, I'm gonna need you to head back to the reading room and sit your fucking ass down and read for the next 40 minutes.
Get in the fucking auditorium and you're getting a red card, my guy.
Okay.
The way I haven't heard red card in so many years.
Same.
and
The
then
last time I heard
Yeah.
red card was in middle
Ugh.
school or elementary school. Anywho, besides, this is the tea of like just our high school in general. If you went like a couple episodes back or shit like that, we had reading. Like, we had to, every single day on the motherfucking dot, we had to go in, the whole school, not one grade, not this or that, the entire school into the auditorium, and we would sit there and read for... My freshman year, it was 45 minutes because they did it for Lent. Because, like, oh God, okay, girl.
Yes.
But then
adding it on.
they did, especially in that Lent time. But then after it, was it like 35 minutes? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I wasn't
Anywho, it was a fucked amount of time to have the entire school.
Especially because our whole generation has
I'm
ADHD.
so lucky. I only had 1 year of that shit.
Part, bitch, can't relate. The entire school had to sit and read for like 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the fucking day and how people are feeling. I'm sorry, ladies. You can continue your story. That was just the tea.
Background.
But yeah, me and Amy literally, because like, we had some shit to decompress about in the fucking
I was
bathrooms.
stressed. I got my Astroworld tickets and I was stressed.
Yeah, like the parents' card was accidentally charged. Like, there's shit to fucking talk about. We have to debrief, okay?
Yes.
So of course, Amy and I go to the bathrooms and we're gonna like talk our shit. We're talking about the whole thing, and there's just this one fucking dumbass bitch that's lingering in the fucking bathroom and asking questions like, bitch, we ain't close enough for you to be asking those goddamn questions.
Don't even know her name.
For real. But like, I mean, like, I guess I'm answering you because, like, if you're in the bathroom when you're not supposed to be in the bathroom because everybody's supposed to be in reading, I'm like, okay, maybe she's cool. Bitch, no the fuck she wasn't. Bitch,
I know my snitch's name.
snitch.
I know my snitch's name.
I do
First
know
and
her
last name. I can give you her government name. I'm like this.
Oh, same.
I'm like this close to getting her social. Like, bitch, I know where you
Yeah.
live. Like, you're a cunt. Okay.
Yep.
You're
like,
a cunt,
pretend
you're a
what car
cunt, you're a
driving.
cunt.
No, literally, it's giving Tana. So,
Yeah, for
this is
real.
a completely different story from my sweet, beautiful ladies right here. This was probably in, like, my junior year or some shit like that. But this was when I was, like, going off. I was, like, in my era of, like, just losing it. So I would, first of all, here's the tea. You would always hit your vape. And I have had a vape since, like, middle sophomore year. Like, I've had a vape.
Yeah.
So it wasn't new or some shit
All the
like
kiddos
that.
do.
Yeah, all the kiddos, all the like hot, awesome kids knew what the fuck they were doing. Smoking is cool. I'm endorsing for smoking. Fucking Amy. I endorse smoking.
No, I
Of
don't do
course,
that.
for sure. Absolutely, 100%.
So
18 and up, because if you can serve the country, you can have a goddamn cigarette. So
Real. Put the mic on this girl. Real.
that's all I have to say.
She for president.
someone had to say it.
No one
someone
should
had to
smoke.
say it. Someone had to say it. Someone had
Take
to
care
say
of your
it.
lungs. You don't want popcorn lung and emphysema.
Me as
As I'm
fuck.
hitting a vape, anyway.
You don't want emphysema, guys.
So it was probably like the tail end of my sophomore, like beginning of my junior year or some shit like that. And I had gotten called in. I was with the girl, so I was with one of my besties in the big stall.
The big stall. The vape.
Update, they're
It
still,
all
they're
goes
not
down to the
besties.
big stall.
Update, we're not besties. Bitch, if I see you
Ex-besties.
IRL, I will
It's
literally
on
shoot
site.
you with a taser. Like, you should be tased and detained
have it.
if I
Let's
see
go.
you
Let's
IRL.
go.
Like, you're a literal monster, like a zoo animal. Lock her up.
Lock her.
Animal! Anywho. Ah! Bitch is crazy. Bitch is crazy. Anywho, I was in the big stall with this hoe, and we were hitting our vapes. I may have allegedly had a cart on me.
No, she didn't.
Allegedly.
That's like neither
Allegedly.
here nor there. That has nothing to
She
do.
was a kid. You can't do anything.
I was
Literally.
just a baby.
She was literally a baby.
And
It
then
was just her little
Just a
binky.
baby.
it was my widow. It was widowing
My little
binky.
THC binky.
It was my
Stop.
binky. So I had invited a different girl, a grade below me, into the big stall with us. Hi, Tegan. Hi, my sweet queen, if you're watching. Hi, Tegan. Love you, queen. So I invited her into the stall with us. And at this point, I was also like, I didn't know a lot of people younger than me. The only person I knew who was in a grade lower than me was Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
The only
I was
person.
like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I know. I don't know any.
And that's not even shade to you guys. I love you guys with my whole heart, but it's like we're just grades apart. You feel
You're just
you
a
feel.
baby.
So I had gone in the big stall with this person, and we were all like hitting each other's vapes. Allegedly, might have been hitting like a cart. Supposedly. Supposedly,
In
I don't even know
Minecraft.
where that would come from. Like that's literally so ugly. Like don't spread rumors
Not
like that.
not an espresso cart. Not a coffee. Not a coffee golden gorilla.
Those
Like
were
an
crazy.
actual like ink cartridge. Like I
she
needed
was
my ink.
she was a real okay.
I'm a
So
squid.
she was a cart, and I had allegedly been hitting it before reading, before lunch, like during that period. Because during reading, it would go reading then lunch.
Yeah,
It was really fucked up how they would like
I know.
like discern the time. But I was like, I'm not finna go and sit in like a reading class for like not even a class. Not even a class. Hello, sit in the auditorium for 35 minutes and like be bored as shit, and then have my dean sit here and like get on the stage like, is this thing on? Hey
The way
everybody!
he would say that
No,
too.
for real.
Like shut up! Like and every single day he would always pull some like fuck shit like
and
that.
every day he'd lube his shiny ass bald head,
Every day.
He had the
Every day.
shiniest head.
like the SpongeBob, like the.
No, for real. I could
He's like King Neptune up in that shit.
I
Yeah.
could see my reflection
Yeah.
in that head, and fucker was short, so it's like, okay, King, can you stand there for one more second?
It was so funny how short he
You get a
was.
pimple on the top
But
of
that's
your
also
fucking
like
head.
short man syndrome. Like any short
It was
man
giving
has to
Napoleon
be-
syndrome.
Napoleon was
Yeah.
5'10".
have so much power.
Yeah, exactly. The power
What?
struggle with the short man is
Wait, was it?
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about the same Napoleon?
Yeah. Napoleon was only deemed as
Napoleon
short because
Bonaparte,
he was
bitch.
surrounded by generals who were like 6 foot, like 5.
Okay, me.
But right? So you're Miss General, yes. But yeah, he
That's
wasn't.
so
He
funny.
wasn't that short. He was just like average.
Okay, average height.
Yeah.
What about his cock?
So not our,
I'm kidding.
but our dean wasn't even average height, which was below the belt.
She's not
Oh, yeah, he
kidding.
wa-
She's
Below
really
average.
She's not.
I think it's like
It's not kidding.
5'6".
King was below fucking average. Below.
Below.
Like,
Honestly,
it's giving 5'3".
I would not let that fucker at a lagoon ride with peace
Okay.
and love. You are not allowed to go on my roller coaster.
Oh, yeah, we should
That is
probably
like
Get back on track.
what is it? That's like a sue and a half, bitch.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get me sued.
Yeah.
What if you fly out of the seat? You're so tiny. You could hide behind a grain of voice. You're so tiny.
He's like,
Okay, you guys know fucking Kaylin Miles, right? 5'2" with some attitude, fucking love robbery type of shit. This is our fucking dean. He
5'2" with
I
some
had-
attitude.
I just had to look it
It's
up.
all good because she kind of.
He was probably making musicallys to that audio, being like 5'2" because she had to.
You know what's so embarrassing is I used to make musicallys to that fucking like audio, fully being over 6 foot. I am fully over 6 foot. I'm
got
a grown
attitude, though.
fucking woman. 5'2" with some attitude.
6'2" with some attitude.
That is
It's okay. I'm
stupid.
fine.
Literally, I hated being tall as a fucking child as well.
Same.
It was the,
dances
worst.
of like.
Giving me anxiety. Oh my god, it's like,
Yeah.
hey Derek.
So you guys were getting snitched on in the bathroom. You got the girls in there. Did that get finished?
That did eventually get finished. I got called into a counselor's like they had called me before reading, so they had called me and my bestie
Okay.
at the time into their room. And at that time, during my senior year especially, because that's when they like specifically banned phones, I was like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Seriously crazy.
So I would wear a
Wild.
crossbody bag every single day of my life at that bitch, and I would always have my phone, my headphones, my vape, my alleged dab.
Which
Like
she didn't have.
I thought I didn't have, but
Just an
everything
opinion.
was in the bag. So
Trap bag.
yeah, it was
Trap bag.
literally my trap bag, like trap host Colin. Like it was literally me. Hello. So I go into this counselor's office, and she's like, so I heard you were in the big stall. Which... Yeah.
That's our first bleep.
Yeah.
That's our first bleep.
Absolutely. It was literally that hoe. And she had called me into her
Make a note of
office.
that.
Oh, I have to every time.
She had called me into her office with my friend at that point because I was just gonna go by myself. I was like, girl, I got it. Like, what the fuck is this bitch gonna do to me?
Yeah.
I was like, this bitch who dresses up every single Friday in all reds for the Utes, like, yeah, she's really gonna catch me slipping. Oh, please. So I'd gotten called into this office, and then my friend at the time had come with me. We go in this counselor's office, and they're like, so I heard a nasty rumor that you were in the bathroom in the big stall with Tegan, with so-and-so, and with so-and-so. What do you have to say about that? And I was like, no, I wasn't. But here's the tea. Bitch, I saw who snitched on me. I'm no dummy. You can't snitch on me with some red fucking hair, bitch. Bitch, if I'm in the big stall and all I see is this red fucking head at the corner of my eye,
I know who you are.
who the fuck else is gonna snitch on me besides this bitch? Who at this time, again, I was in Senate at this point. This bitch was also in like student life. So she was like well versed in the like student life. Like I think she was trying to get me kicked off, but like also at that point, bitch, there were over 100 people at student life on that point.
Yeah.
That was my junior year when they had like everybody and their fucking mom join student life. So it's like the only reason I was on that bitch was for diversity's sake. Like,
which is fucked up because I mean, an all-white Catholic school, of course, they're gonna pull some shit.
For diversity's sake. Hi, loves. So that's literally the only reason why I was like for fucking Senate to begin with.
The way they pull us in the office is like in the office is so weird. Like my freshman
Oh, they
year,
did not give a shit about
No.
what I had to say. I was like fully a Senate officer, and I was like trying to like bring up problems like within the school, what I thought was wrong, this, that, the third, and they fully like forgot about
like,
me.
no,
They
you
didn't give a
just planned
fuck.
the dances, actually.
Yeah. So then at that point, I just stopped going, and I just kept the sweatshirt. I made him pay for a sweatshirt for me.
My freshman year, I went to like my first like high school party, right? With the older grade, with your grade with all those little boys.
I'm sorry.
I know. So I went to my first high school party.
I'm sorry.
And I come to school the next day or like the next week, and the dean calls me to his office, and he's like,
It was always
Last
those
Name.
parties.
Yeah, he's like, Miss Last Name, I heard you were at this party on blah blah blah, and I was like,
Okay,
That's
but
so-
why does
it's
the
invasion
dean
of-
know about a party?
that's what I'm saying. And he's like,
You're
I know
a
the
dean
tea on
at a
that.
high school. You're not
I
like
know the tea on that.
you're not the fucking president. You're not like this big.
Yeah.
You're not this big wig, bitch.
he's
Like
was
you're
there
a dean at a high
drugs?
school.
Was there alcohol? I'm like, no.
There
no.
were certain people that this dean would keep on like
Just
a
a gravity
good
bomb.
list for like college credits to like snitch. There were people in our brothers, both Steven and Perry's brothers. I know these girls actually, and
Hell yeah.
our dean would give them incentives to like pretend like they were cool, quote unquote, and then go like infiltrate these parties
Yeah.
and get the addresses so
Is
like
that
they could have
Yeah,
people
so
show
they
up.
would
is
have-
that how he knows to come to Cheers every weekend?
Yeah.
Is that how he
the
knows?
bars.
Yeah.
Is that how he
Because
knows to come
here's
to
the
the bars
tea.
every weekend?
Bitch, here's the tea. Is like he was hella close with like our oldest brother's grade. So it
Yeah.
was really weird whenever we started coming in and like whenever we were freshmen and shit like that. It just was a really weird vibe, especially by that point because it's like a little bit later in the like throughout our years going through high school, like he knows us a little bit more. But then our brothers go to fucking college. So then at that point, it's like all the bullshit has gone out the window, and this fucker's like, okay, your brother's gone. So who are you?
Seriously.
Like trying to get
Yeah.
to know us, but also at that point, like
He fined me money for wearing light pink socks. Multiple
he
occasions.
never fined me money. He was such a cunt to me. He was
He
the
was
worst to me. He'd be like, you need to go to the student service section and buy new tights.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
So
do that
I'm
too.
like texting my
Same.
fucking mom in a panic because I didn't wear black tights that day. God forbid, it was like a week before we were allowed to wear tights, and it was hot in the school. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear tights today. A same bitch in our grade wore tights. She was allowed into the mass, but me, I got called out. I had to go all the way to the student service section, buy new tights that didn't fit. I cannot stress this enough. That didn't fucking fit.
Like way too big.
No, just it didn't fit me. I'm too fucking tall.
Oh,
Like, the
okay,
crotch
they
is, like,
pull
here.
Like
it.
at the end of
Yep.
the day,
Yep.
like the thigh of the tight went to like the middle of my thigh. So it was like I was
It doesn't go all the way up to the
yeah,
crotch.
I was in the middle of mass, like trying to pull up my fucking tights. Like it was a mess. I had to pay like $15 for one pair of tights. He did not reimburse me.
Like, I'm surprised it was.
He was
not
such
more.
a fucker.
Yeah.
He was such a fucker. He always got me on my tights and shit like that. But meanwhile, a bitch in the same grade as me walked right in. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Like, she got in. Why can't I get into the same, like, mass?
Okay, I have a
Which is
similar
fucked up.
story though. So like, there's a situation where me and another student, we got into like the same problem. Like, we're in both the same shit, but the difference was I kind of had like a little history of getting in trouble, and then also I like opened up to them about like some of the shit that I've been through, just because I was like, one, I was like, let me milk my way out. But
Mistake
then
number
also,
one,
And they-
never open up to these fuckers.
No,
They make you
Because-
feel like it's a safe
so
space
then
to open
no,
up. Yeah.
so exactly that's kind of
Yeah.
what it was like, and then they gave me pretty much like after the shit that I did, they were like, either you go to a mental hospital for a week or you visit a therapist every week until you graduate Juan Diego. So this was
Oh
they
my
gave me
God.
this when
They
I
were
was
gonna
a junior.
send you
No, they still
off?
no, that's happened. There
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
there was one kid in my grade that happened to, where he had to go to a mental hospital.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was
It
that
was
one
so
guy's
sad.
best
Mhm,
friend.
it was
And
so-
it was a whole fucking thing.
It was
I
so
know,
sad.
And he just disappeared. His like name start with the Peeves. And he had to like it was literally he had
Yeah.
to get sent away and everybody was like blowing up his
No,
phone.
it was
being
so
like,
sad. But
"What
yeah, they gave me
happened?"
that ultimatum.
Oh
Pretty
my
much.
god, I know that's crazy.
Yeah, they
That
gave me
gave
the
chills.
ultimatum, and then get this. So then I was like, obviously, I'm gonna pick like therapy. Like, okay, whatever. I'm not
over
gonna go to a
going
mental
get sent the
institute.
fuck
Duh.
away.
But then also, I think because like, for those who don't know about Juan Diego, it's like a private, like pretty much like white rich person school.
It's a private Catholic high
100%.
school.
You have to pay
Yeah.
to get in, basically.
And
Like,
so, I think also with the trauma I experienced, they never had like other students that were going through what I've been through, you know? So then they treated me like a lost cause pretty much. So then it was so weird because the counselor also, I'm not going to say her name, but let's just say her name is Mrs. Pelican.
That's what I say, Pelican.
I know who you're.
No,
Here's
because
the
I don't feel
tea.
bad calling her out because Miss Girl,
Don't
this
feel
is
bad.
all the
Here's
truth.
the tea.
She has made me the counselor with the youth that I work with today because bitch,
Every
I am way
time-
better than
But
you
here's
are.
the problem: is
Duh.
every time I ever like fucking saw like, if some like serious shit was going the fuck
No,
on,
and so
they did not fucking care. They did not fucking care.
But you know
about
what's weird
you.
is
they
that
did not care
sexual
about
assault.
me.
no,
It was
they
oh,
care about the money. The
Yeah, they
money.
care about the money for
they
sure.
don't care.
For sure.
They care about if you're being abused, but then when they found out that your abuser is the one who pays their bills, then they don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like I would say a
Exactly.
few names
Tea
right
was
now,
spilled.
but it's like I'm not trying
Yep.
to get sued or in trouble, so it really I'll just leave it at what it is. But SHIA said what the fuck we all have been trying to say.
No, it's very
Exactly.
true.
No.
Like I would
Very true.
literally go the fuck off right now, but I can't.
And
so
so I
Ponders,
obviously
yeah.
took
Ponders,
the
wanders, tonders. I don't know.
for the ultimatum choice. I obviously chose therapy, right? So then my
Coolly.
therapist, one time I'm like
Oh.
visiting her, and then my therapist is like, "So have you talked to your counselor at all, like Miss Pelican?" And I'm like, "No, like why?" And she's like, "Cause she calls me like every week asking what you talk to me about in our sessions."
Which
and
is
I was
illegal
like,
as
"That's what she
fuck.
said." She was like,
As a
"I let her know."
caseworker, I
No,
don't
no,
even
and
do
listen to
that.
what she said. And listen to what she said. She was like, well, and so my therapist was like, "Oh, like by law, I cannot tell you what SHIA tells me in her sessions." And then the counselor, she was like, "From one therapist to another, you can tell
She's
me."
not a
Like
therapist.
we're
No,
both
you
here for
cannot.
SHIA.
Guidance
Because
And
counselor
like
is
here's-
my
not a
therapist literally, "Hey
Okay.
Shannon, I love you, babe."
Everybody's ladies pause, because whenever I first went through like my like depression and anxiety medication and like getting like, you know, treated for all that kind of shit, they would call like my depressant like
prescriber.
my prescriber, because I would have to like leave school sometimes like in the middle of the fucking day, and it's like, bitch, I'm not coming back after I just like bared my asshole to
yeah,
this
I
person.
just went to like therapy, psychiatry. Like
Yeah, it's
no.
like I'm not
Yeah.
going the fuck back to school. Like, fuck this. So they would always like ream into her and like try and figure out like what the fuck they were like, what she and like what me and her were specifically talking about, and what like I was like, bitch, like
That's
mad
crazy.
illegal, like dipping their toes into like
HIPAA.
mad illegal shit.
No, literally.
Like trying to figure out like what I'm talking about with my fucking therapist. It's like,
None of your business.
Yeah.
If you were my therapist, you'd know, but you're not fucking qualified.
You can
You're
have
not
an school
qualified.
therapist, but
Yeah.
they don't have any school therapists. They just try to act like the guidance counselors with, like, I swear,
No.
little education.
Yep.
They, like, act like they're therapists, but they're not. All they care about is grades, college, attendance. But then they act like they care, like, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And then
Which is crazy too, because like those same fucking therapists are the ones that are like tugging on Autumn's skirt and like touching her literally to the point where it's like this could be a sexual assault.
Modesty
case.
is mystery is what I was told, and I remember like hearing that at 15.
Wait,
just
what did you
thinking,
say? Modesty is mystery?
Modesty is mystery, and I was told that at like 14 or 15,
Yeah, I
and it
remember
really
that.
confused me because like in my brain I was thinking so like modesty is mystery is implying that like they should think about what's under your skirt.
Yeah.
You know what
Which
I
is
mean?
even
It's implying
weirder.
that like, oh, have it longer so that they can think about. I'm like, no one should be thinking about what's under my skirt. I'm a
Literally.
child. I'm
Yeah.
15. I'm 14. Like it's crazy. And
It's
I
so weird.
had someone tell me that
But
It's
here's
so
also the
fucking
thing
gross. I've
is
heard that
like
multiple
too.
times.
my whole entire high school career, middle school career, elementary school career, I have never
No.
like
It was
looked
a
at
career.
a male like sex counterpart and been like,
What's
oh
under-
yeah, like take off your fucking shirt, like this, that, and the third. Like I've never sexualized a person like that to the point where it's like
We're
a
children.
problem.
like you're wearing gray
Yeah.
sweatpants, your bulge is bulging
That's-
right now, so
like,
please
that
stop.
part,
Yeah, it's
that
like,
part,
what?
because we would do like the free dress or whatever the fuck, and it's like I would get yelled at for leggings, but meanwhile this fucker can wear gray sweats.
Not our fault. We got a big badunka.
It's like sorry,
No.
I'm like well
I
developed.
wish.
Hello,
Sorry,
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
a
sexy as
woman.
fuck,
I'm a
y'all.
woman.
And then also, I feel like, I don't know about your grade, but definitely for my grade, at least this is like my side of the story, is that they picked and choose who they like for college and all that. Because for my class specifically, I remember, and hey, Miss Pelican, this is for you because you are the reason I
is for
decided
Rachel,
to
you
make
big
something of
fat
my life.
bitch.
So it's March of
Yeah.
my senior year. Granted, yes, I was not the best high school student.
You're
I
amazing.
barely went.
Okay,
Shit
pause.
happens.
Pause. High school's fucking hard. Hello. Give Shishi a fucking break. Hello.
It might have been hard, but I
Everyone
just
a
was
fucking
never
break.
there to find out if it was
So?
hard or not. But
So,
Chicken minis.
so,
yeah, chicken minis, chicken
so,
minis. But so
love a chicken mini.
Anyways,
she calls me in March of my senior year, and she's like typing away at her computer, like not even looking at me at this point. She's just typing away, and she's like, "So what do you want to do after high school, Shia?" March of my senior year.
See,
Keep in mind.
that was my fucking issue with Miss Pelican because she would like make it an issue, but then she would call you into her office and then she would never fucking give you the time
No,
of day.
literally.
Never
So she was
the
like
time
asking
of
me,
day.
"So
She'd
what do you
just
want
be
to do?"
like,
And I was
"Yup."
stupid because like my adopted parents, like my adopted mom, like they all went to college like in their like 40s, 30s, you know, so they never really had like right out of high school experience. So I never really knew because no one literally talked to me about college. So literally up until that conversation, I thought all you had to do to get to like the University of Utah or like any college that you're in the state is to be a resident of the state and have your high school diploma. Like that's literally all I thought because yeah, like they talked to us about ACTs,
You
SATs,
said
all that.
Nova.
And I didn't really think about it. I thought that was for
No,
out of
I know
state
what you're talking
colleges.
about.
Like I never thought that. I just thought, oh, I'm never going out of state, so I don't really have to worry about that. I just have to get my diploma. So she says, I kid you not, I told her, I was like, well, I want to, and I've told you guys the story so many times, but I was like, I want to go to college. And I kid you not, she turns around and she's like, you do? And I was
which
like,
is fucked up.
yeah. And
Which
she was
is
like,
also
well, the best you
Coming
could get
from a
in.
brown girl, which was also so fucking
Exactly. And so she
disgusting.
was like, well, the best you could do, if you could even get in, is a community college, which is a lie.
If you could even
that's
get
what she
in,
said. If you could even get
hello?
in. Like, all you need for community college, and I know because, like, that week I went and registered and got accepted to the community college, like, that week after that conversation. Like, all you have to do is have a high school diploma, and, like, that's it.
Yep.
To get into
That's
community
it.
college.
Literally
like,
it.
that's literally all you
That's
have to
it.
have. And she's like, if you could get in. Blah. And it's to a point where I, like, cried my eyeballs out that whole time. And then, like, obviously I was telling my parents. And so my parents even brought it up to her, like, what was wrong with community college, blah, blah, blah. And obviously I don't remember because it's, like, that whole time I was just, like.
You
And then
blocked it out.
allegedly I probably, like, before it, you know?
But
Because
you
I was,
also
like,
probably
fuck this
blocked
shit.
it out because, like, bitch, here's the thing is, like, whenever somebody's, like, poking the fucking bear, me being the fucking bear, when people are fucking poking and prodding
then-
at me, I'm over it.
And
I'm
then
not
2
listening
years
to
later,
it.
I had already graduated college. I mean, not college. I had already graduated high
High
school. And 2 years later, she emails my mom, Mrs. Pelican, emails my mom and is like, hey, so I know Shia never really legitimately took her ACT, so I need to know.
I never took my ACT.
No, listen. So she was like, I need to know her ACT score if you can send it to me because we take like statistics for Juan Diego. And my mom told me, I was like, first of all, when I because I had not got my associates yet, so I was still like at Slick. So I was like, once I have my associates.
Everybody pause.
Okay.
Fully fucking out of high school.
Oh yeah, I was 2 years.
Fully.
2 years. I was 2 years graduated when she emailed my mom.
She was just
2
trying to
years
rub it in.
graduated.
So
I
going
didn't
out of
do
her
my
fucking
ACT
way.
either.
And she said it was for statistics for Juan Diego.
They didn't do that with me, and I didn't do
They
my
didn't
ACT.
do that with me.
I didn't do my
She
ACT.
emailed my mom like 2
I ha-
years after I graduated.
Like,
And
what
like
the
my mom was
fuck?
like, oh, like what do I say? And I was like, don't fucking message her back. Because first of all, like when you already have associates, you can literally just transfer. You don't need your ACT
Yep.
anymore.
Yeah,
like
It's
you don't need that
crazy.
shit.
No,
You just
you
transfer with
really
your
don't.
associates.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, I was like, don't fucking text her back. First of all, like I'm not a fucking student.
Don't
Like
give her the
what the
time
fuck?
of
this
fucking
girl
They
needs
day.
to
Do
fucking
that with my
stop.
parents.
But
Like
here's the tea
I
is-
think Mariah Carey wrote a song about it. It's
Why
called
are you so
Why Are You
obsessed
So
with-
Obsessed with Me?
I think that's what it's
Here's
called.
the tea
That's
though,
it.
is
That's
it's
it.
like, don't you have however many other like high schoolers or whatever the fuck to care about right now? It's like, I'm
And I can
fully,
get the receipt if
I
y'all
am
don't
fully
believe me.
graduated. I'm fully moved on from this like phase
Yo.
of my life, and you're fucking contacting my mom.
I have a Miss
My
Pelican
mom.
story.
Like,
Crazy.
what if, like, Miss Girl, what if I probably don't even, because at that time I was, like, what, like 20 years old? Like, what if I'm not even living with my parents? Which
That's
is, like,
what I'm saying.
the
Whenever
heck?
I was
That's
fucking
so
20,
Which
with
it's
peace
like
and
my
love,
mom just sent me a screenshot. I was
yeah,
like,
whenever
what?
I was 20, I wasn't living with my mom. They could have sent
Yeah.
my mom fucking anything. As far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned, like I was not living with my fucking mom at that
Looked
time.
up my
It's not your business,
LinkedIn and then
bitch.
get my info from there.
Yeah, it's like
For reals.
contact me if you really
I
want it. My
have
money,
tea on Miss
bitch.
Pelican. So
Please spill.
during my high school years, I was a little bit of a rat. My mom was going through chemo, so I was just acting out a lot. You know, it just happens, right?
It happens.
And they
so.
fully knew everything that was going on with my mom and like the chemo and all of that, right? And they decided to go out of their way, Miss Pelican. You know, they usually get like messages when we're not in school, right? Miss Pelican decided that she would make it her job to call my mom every period I wasn't in class.
That happened
So
to
my
me
mom,
too.
like going through chemo treatment, would get calls every hour I wasn't in class.
Whoa!
And
I
like
remember
to be
that. I
fair,
remember that.
I can take responsibility that it wasn't good of me to stress my mom out during that time. Like,
But still.
I was
like,
a
come
child.
on.
I was a child, and every time I wasn't there, she'd call my mom.
And these are
Directly.
full-grown
Directly.
women.
Directly.
Grown adults.
Wait. Shishi, did you say that happened to you too? Did you say that
Did they
happened
call
to you
your
too?
mom every
Yeah.
period?
Yeah. Well, so
What
like I was
the- as
supposed to
if-
go on this youth group
Okay,
trip, right?
but as if this is middle school. Like,
Yeah.
I remember vividly in middle school, people would have to fill out, like, where they are every single fucking period and have it signed by that teacher because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they wouldn't show the fuck up.
Well, so my junior year, I was like, my parents had paid in everything. I was supposed to go to Disneyland with my youth group.
Yeah.
And so I was supposed to go. And
remember
so
that.
my parents had called the school to let them know, hey, Shia's going to be gone for like 3 days, blah, blah, blah. Miss Pelican calls my parents and is like, hey, just so you know, I would not advise Shia to leave. And she probably is not allowed to leave because of how many
Who
absences.
the fuck is Miss
my
Pelican
parents-
to tell you if you can
Exactly.
leave or
So my
not?
parents
What
were
the
like,
fuck?
how many absences? It was literally like 83. And so.
But
That's
still,
the period,
fuck
the
you,
classes.
no.
Exactly.
Okay, but
So,
here's
like,
the
I got-
key.
Yeah.
Is
so
like, even at the end of the day,
I was not
they're
able to go on that
Miss
trip.
Pelican is not fucking in charge.
And I wasn't even
of-
failing. Like
The
my
fact
grades
they're
were
so
fine.
involved. We have to get back to that snitch story with that one girl who snitched on Amy and Venice's story because that same girl, she snitched on me and her mom snitched on me twice. So the apple does not
Bitches!
fall
Love
far
getting snitched
from the tree.
on.
That's
It's
all
so
I have to say.
hot. It's hot girl activity.
Why are
getting
you so
snitched on.
obsessed, especially with like
Obsession.
Draper and Utah moms and Juan Diego moms? It's like these full-grown women
Well,
are into your
that
drama.
part,
It's
seriously,
like
though,
you are
it's
literally
psycho.
a child
Because
and
it's
you
like-
are in a child's drama.
Like, grow the fuck
Like,
up.
if you have a problem, go to
See?
the parent.
See,
Go
Shia,
to
that's what
someone
I'm
your own
fucking
age.
saying. Is it's like there are these grown ass fucking women who are
Nothing
poking
better
and
to do.
prodding. And again, exactly, nothing fucking better to do. But even after you fully graduated, you have your fucking diploma, you did the tassel bullshit, they still want to hit you up and like contact your mom after the fact and be like,
Gross.
hey, so how's this and this and this and
She
that
just
going?
wanted to know,
Bitch,
like,
if
she
you
just wanted to hear
cared,
that you
nosy
were doing
bitches.
That
No,
part.
that's exactly what
Bitch,
I was saying
if
too.
you cared,
she
you
just
would've
wanted
hit
that
me
downfall,
up.
and it's like, Miss Girl, I will never fall for you to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
If
you
you
want me to
actually
fall, I
gave
will
a shit,
rise.
you would not fucking talk to my mom and ask how I'm doing in school.
And that's why,
It's
like,
fucking
literally
gross.
with my
In
job now,
college.
with the way
Like,
I
my
would-
mom knows what I'm doing in college. Hello?
Exactly.
Like, duh.
And the one thing I have Miss Pelican to thank is the fact that I am a better counselor than she ever will be at the age
Period.
of 23.
Period.
Like,
Duh.
the fact, like, obviously I understand, like, I was a bad kid. Like, for those who don't know, and
Barely.
I am very, like, open
Barely.
about this because, like, I've, like, you know, I've forgave myself and I realized, like, there are, like, mental reasons also I did it, but I was a klepto, for those who don't know. But all y'all know, like, I
Okay,
was the
but
klepto
here's the
We've all
thing,
had
phase.
also-
klepto phases.
But then also,
Like-
like, with that, it's like they always made me feel like I was just like, I was this bad kid. Like, I did all this shit. And it's like,
Yeah,
I literally
they
work with kids
ostracized
that
you.
are in prison.
And that's what I'm
and
trying
I
to
still
say.
give them dignity.
Is they
and
like
humanity.
ostracized you
Bro.
and made you feel like you were the only person ever to feel these fucking feelings. And it's
Exactly.
like, bitch, everybody feels these fucking feelings all the fucking time. You can't like pin this on one person. And that's what has me so fucked up about them hitting up your mom. Because it's like so ostracized and so weird.
It really is.
It's so weird.
Okay, you might have to bleep this part out.
Go for it.
Because I'm
Say
not
it with
sure.
your heart.
We can like talk about it, but it
Say it
is
with
a
your heart.
story that involves the basketball coach.
Say
the-
it.
I was gonna say po.
I know you. Hi,
So
King.
I don't think you know this story, babe.
I don't.
So, and we can put it in, like, we can bleep it because this is such a good, juicy story. Swear to God. So, I did not know that. So, you know, when you're like on your road. So, he lived like the street right next to my street.
Gotcha.
And I did not know that. So, it's like
I know
I'm
the story.
16 years old. Yeah, of course you do, babe.
know the
So,
story.
I was 16 years old, like 16 or 15. I don't even remember. And I had been going to this club, which I eventually got shut down because of this situation. It was like an 18 and up club, but
was
somehow
right
I was
next to
getting
Place.
in.
Ironic coming from the guy who buys people shots and tells them to drive home. Ironic that this guy is going to clubs.
No,
My bad.
no. This is like
Oh, I'm sorry.
okay, yeah. This is where I meet this one guy who is like 23, and he's African American, which is part of the story. So don't like come at me. It's part of the story. So he picks me up.
Context.
It's like a Tuesday at like 2 a.m. I sneak out. He has like a bottle, and we were allegedly smoking out of an apple.
No, she
Hot.
And
wasn't.
so he picks
Alleged.
me up. My dumbass is like, oh yeah, we're fine. Just park 4 houses down. You know, we're chilling.
Me.
So just 4 houses down from my house on my street. So we're doing that.
So Drew trusts
then-
house.
And all of a sudden, we're just doing our own thing. And he pulls up and like, I lived in a pretty nice neighborhood. Like it was like a pretty like, you know.
Yeah.
And so like this old beater in like a 1980 like BMW. And I didn't really think
sounds
anything
like
of
it's
it.
so
He thinks
yeah.
I'm like 18. It wasn't even anything sexual. We were just drinking and smoking. Like that was it.
Just chill.
All of
Yeah,
a sudden,
gotcha,
cop
gotcha.
lights behind us. I was like, shit. So then, guess what?
Wait. Cop lights behind you, so
Yeah,
y'all.
They
so-
pull it behind her. Them
Pull it
smoking
behind
in
us.
the car.
So I'm assuming y'all are chilling on like a
Just in
side
front of a house.
street.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
side
in
of
front
On
of a
my
house.
road.
Gotcha.
We live on my street, just
In the
4
suburbs.
houses down in the suburbs.
in the burbs.
And so then this police officer comes. He's like, hey, so we got a call that there's a random black man parked outside his house and he feels unsafe for him and his 2 or 3 daughters.
Oh my god. Yep.
And so I was like, oh, like, blah, blah, blah. So, and the guy who I was with had me, like, eat the apple, like, the minute the cops light. So I was, like, eating the apple. And then he was, like, of age. So he's, like, they were, like, he said you guys were smoking. He was like, oh, yeah, I was just smoking a cigarette, like, blah, blah, blah. And the guy who I was with thought I was 18 at the time. And so the officer's like, how old are you? I'm like, 16. And then the guy's like, what? Like, I didn't know. And then I didn't know that this guy was a gangbanger because he had a blue bandana in his windshield. So the cop goes, why are you flashing your colors? And then I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, what?
Shia, whoa, you didn't
Yeah.
know what that meant.
I
I mean, it's 16.
I was a
I
very
get
sheltered,
it.
like, 16-year-old.
Can't
Yeah,
relate.
I did not know what that meant. So I was like, what? Like, no, I didn't know what that. But anyway, so yeah,
So
it was.
chocolate
I
bit
thought it was so
bookie.
funny because even after that,
Chocolate bit
like
bookie.
this basketball coach would have kids over at his house, and that was the basketball coach who called the cops because a black man was outside of his house at 2 a.m. and he
That's
felt
crazy
unsafe.
because my brother would go over to his house like
That's
every
what I was
other
thinking.
weekend for
But
dinner,
then what I thought
bitch!
was, oh, so it's okay in the daytime, but not in the daylight.
No, for real, it's like
Yep.
Okay, so
That did not make
not
sense.
at night.
it's like, so
Day-night,
you want
not
to call the
daylight.
cops
Yeah.
on
You know what I meant.
on like a homeboy
Daylight
who's
to
like parked
nighttime.
outside of your house who's black. Like, how do you know that's not one of your players? First of all, second of all, how do you know it's not my fucking brother?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Real.
Steven
Literally.
used to like. Okay.
Oh, and then he told the whole faculty, and I did not know this. He told the whole faculty at a staff faculty meeting. He said, "Oh yeah, so SHIA pulled up in my house and started smoking with this random
see,
black guy." And
that's
then he
what had
failed
me
to
fucked
mention
up.
that I live 4 houses down from him. He
See,
failed to
that's what had
mention
me
that
fucked
fucking
part.
up
douchebag.
about the whole like and my like fucking situation with like my geometry teacher, because my geometry teacher, we'll get into this another day because we're running a little bit late on time,
Oh yeah.
but my geometry teacher was like
We didn't even get to the snitching story
ink,
yet.
ink. Like they would always like poke the fucking bear, the bear being me. Hello, like this is midsummer, I'm the bear. Like
Sluggy
you're gonna
slug.
burn, bitch. So
Mr. Slug.
no. This was a completely different. They were brought in from a separate school
Oh,
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
as a geometry teacher. Fuck you, bitch. And they had like went ahead, bitch. You'll
Was
say
it the
fuck
girl?
you. Yes, you will say
The
fuck
yellow?
you. Maybe. You will say fuck you to in a minute because
She
this
was my
teacher
homeroom teacher
Yep,
before she
yep,
got fired.
Yep,
She was my homeroom.
Yep, she got fired. She got fired because this
Twitter.
teacher went ahead and took it upon herself. So a
I know
little
this
bit of lore
person.
drop. My grandma back in the day, she had a child and then she gave that child up for adoption before my mom.
Yeah.
Way before my mom. This is like years prior. So a little bit later, we like rekindle, we get the family like all together. I'm like meeting up with my old uncle. It's really a nice thing.
Beautiful.
And then his son and him and his wife decide to move out to Utah. So they move out to Utah, and I'm like trying to like show them Juan Diego. I'm trying to like show them around, show them what the fuck is up. So this kid is fooling my cousin.
Yeah.
He's a white kid. My grandma's white. Hello, she's Italian. Nice to meet you. She's like giving.
Ciao.
Yeah, she's very much
Mamma
like
mia.
she was born, raised like New York. So she's
Alfredo.
very Italian, like Alfredo. So white as can be, bitch.
Spaghetti.
White as can be. You feel me? And I'm obviously not white. Hello, it's your first time watching. Hello, I'm not white. I'm a black girl. Nice to meet you. But I was in class one day with my cousin because I had brought them in our school. You could do this thing. It's called like
Shadow.
Shadow. I was about to say sponsor, but it's Shadow. I know, not me sponsoring my own cousin. That's crazy. But it was Shadow. So he would follow me around essentially the whole entire day, like get a feel of what the school was like. That's it. He follows me into this geometry class. We're chilling, we're doing our thing, and me and this geometry teacher, we always had beef.
She's racist.
She is racist. Her name was literally Hitler with an A at the end. Like, hello, I'm going to be the one to say it. Hello, her name was literally Hitler with an A at the end. Like, the extreme most, like, I was so shook. I was so taken aback.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was only there for like
She was
very
there for
shortly.
only a few
Oh,
months
probably not
because
for my
the
time.
original... So the original geometry teacher, like, she couldn't handle it. Our class, especially, like, my class in itself, was so fucked up to her. It was really disgusting. I did not fuck with
Just
that.
to like rewind. So there was a teacher who would post about her students on Twitter, and then there was this teacher.
Yeah. So the teacher I'm talking about right
Yeah.
now, she would not. She was not the one. She was
But
before.
just context, or not even context, just like a little bit of info. There was a math teacher who literally got fired because she'd post on Twitter.
That was this one. That was
Really?
this one. That was this one.
She would post on Twitter like, "This kid is so stupid."
That was this one. That was this exact teacher.
And like posters like
That would be
But
me
it's
as a
funny,
teacher.
like, they're
Amy,
so fucking
Amy,
stupid.
here's the tea is that they didn't fire him for what I'm about to say. They fired him for that.
Yeah.
So what happened to me is I was in the middle of my geometry class. We were doing our tea. We were done. Class was over. Reading time. So I grab my fucking book. I grab my backpack. I'm doing my thing. I talk to my cousin. We leave the class. Me and my cousin are fully like out of the class on our way downstairs. And I remember this day so fucking vividly because we were having a student council like vote or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So it was so inconvenient. But I'm sitting in the like auditorium as we're getting our like fucking shit spread, and it's Cassie Nelson who's reading. This is obviously no shade to Cassie Nelson. I'm just saying, like, I remember this, like, word for fucking word. So Cassie Nelson is giving her presentation on why she should be student council president. I'm like, yes, queen, like, slay, bitch. I get a text from my brother's girlfriend at the time, who, that was their mentor. And they texted me saying, this teacher is taking votes on whether my mom or my dad is black.
No fucking way.
Real shit.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Real shit.
Oh my god.
The minute I left the class, the fucking minute.
Was it M who told you that?
It was M. So I was like sitting and I was mortified, bitch. I was in the middle of this class and it's like this teacher who's like, at the end of the day, you're a teacher. Like, you're supposed to be above all this bullshit. Like, you're supposed to be like a protector, this, that, the third. Like, I'm supposed to feel fucking safe with you. The minute I leave your class, she said this, like, verbatim. This is what I got in the text. It said, so do you think Autumn's mom or Autumn's dad is black? I don't believe that's her actual cousin. He doesn't look like her cousin.
You don't look like the fucking Grinch, but you're still fucking related, bitch.
Fuck her, yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's like, meanwhile, I have Asian cousins, I have Mexican
And
cousins,
they wonder
I
why,
have
like, we
black
don't want to be in,
cousins.
like, why people don't want to be in class.
Literally.
I had a teacher who would talk about me while I wasn't in class, and obviously it wasn't, like, to that extent, but it was still, like, I was in statistics, and this was during the chemo years where I wasn't going to class as much, like, my bad. But this day, mind you, I had an A in statistics, so, like, hello. But I wouldn't go to class a lot. I teach myself. And anyway, so I was gone one day, and this one day was actually excused. It was excused. My mom called me out. She was getting a lumpectomy surgery on her breast, right?
Holy
so I was
shit.
called out of school that day because that's just like a hard day to be in school.
It's also a big fucking surgery.
Yeah, it's removing a
Hello.
tumor.
That's
and
huge.
so
Holy shit.
and, like, to be fair, I missed a lot of classes that weren't
So the fuck
excused,
what?
but at this point, I'm missing it's excused. And she basically was like, while I was gone, she was like, oh, Miss last name isn't here. That's why she's failing. Makes sense. Like, told the whole class I was failing the class. I was not failing.
Yeah.
And then I dropped
Amy,
it.
I'm straight up telling you, this teacher was taking votes. Like,
Which
the
is fucked
second I
up.
left,
Juan Diego was fucked
she was
up.
taking votes on whether my mom or dad was black. Like,
It's
she was, like,
disgusting.
keeping tally on the board.
Trauma.
Disgusting. And
She was
that
like,
she wouldn't get fired for that.
Like, even people
Yeah.
in that same class as me who were like packing the rest of their shit up and shit like that, they told me. I was mortified.
That's disgusting.
That's so fucked up.
Absolutely
I'm so sorry.
mortified.
And the fact
That
that
was
she wouldn't
fucked
get
up.
fired for that.
She didn't. She didn't. The only thing that happened to her was that I got taken out of her class, and then I got moved to a separate class, and then eventually, like, they had some fuck shit on her, like the fucking thing that you said, or like it has something to do with that, like a different teacher at that point. But it's like,
And I heard so much stuff about
Yeah,
her being racist.
literally,
like, to, all
so
sorts
racist,
of different
so
kids.
literally
fucking
nothing to
disgusting.
do with me. And it's like I was sitting
Like
there,
calling
like,
all the Hispanic kids stupid in her
bitch,
class.
my mom,
Yeah.
my
crazy.
mother, because I got the text from my brother's girlfriend at the time. I sent a screenshot and I sent it to my mom. Came in immediately.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
Good
She brought in
queen,
my mom, like she
queen.
brought in
Mother.
her mom. So my grandma brought in the grandma, brought in all the kids, because my mom, like, for a living, like, watches fucking kids. Brought in all the fucking kids. She was mad as hell.
As she
Good.
should.
Mad as hell.
That's
Like,
fucked up.
I don't
That's
know if I've
disgusting.
ever seen my mom that mad. She was telling me that she was straight up gonna go up to that teacher's classroom and talk to him straight up.
As she
Good.
should.
That's
and I was
fucking
like,
disgusting.
honestly, I love you so much, Mom, as you should, but also don't give her that fucking time of
No,
day.
seriously, she's not worth it.
Because
She's not gonna
she's just not
change.
worth it.
No.
She's just such a
Real.
nasty cunt that it's not worth your time.
Fuck one
I'd prefer you to say it to
Real.
this
Gay
bitch
hoe.
and get me out of this class versus you saying it to this hoe and like, what the fuck is she gonna do? She's gonna be like, oh, so your mom's white too? Let's take more votes. Like,
Yeah,
fuck you,
exactly.
bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Oh my gosh. real
Fuck.
I'm
That's
obviously
disgusting.
mixed, and it's like, I don't know. I was mad as hell that day. I literally raised absolute hell to that teacher. I raised the most fucking hell you've ever seen. My mom came in, raised absolute fucking hell. She was like, my daughter's not going back in this class. Like, fuck that. Fuck this teacher. Like, you're lucky I didn't go to her class because I was about to read this bitch the fuck
Our school
down.
was so fucked. We had a lot of
fucked.
international students, and a lot of teachers would just be like, you can't use a translator.
Yeah, it was so
Just
Here's
fucked.
the tea.
It was
Like, you don't
so
speak
A
English,
third
too
of our
bad.
school,
Like,
a whole third of our school was strictly Asian students.
There were so many.
And I'm not even talking
It was
about like
fucked up.
just Japanese. I'm talking about all the fucking students ever to fucking like walk the earth. Chinese students, Japanese students, like all Asian descent students were fucking there. Korean
We
students,
had a lot of
everything.
international students.
Lots
yeah.
of international students. So it's like they would go so far
Yeah.
and be like, fuck you, fuck your translator. Like, oh, you need to
Can
you
we-
need this for the test? Fuck you.
Can we talk about how our school would like get like grown ass men to play on the basketball team?
Yeah.
I swear those guys were 40 years old. I swear on
I'm
Way to
sorry,
end this
with peace
episode
and
on a
love,
weird
Okay,
note.
with
y'all
peace and love.
finish that. I have to go to the bathroom.
No, I have to pee too.
The
so
way
let's
I
just end
told
the-
Okay,
No,
you have to
for
go
real.
too.
Yeah, let's just end the episode. I gotta pee
Yes,
too.
we all have
but
to pee. Go
Wait,
piss,
we're
girl.
ending it?
Yes.
Go piss,
It's
girl.
we're an hour and 5.
It's been an hour, so
We're an hour and
Yes,
5
it's time
in,
to
but
piss.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning into the Femme Fiasco podcast with our sexy ass fucking guest this week.
Cheers. It was so
Yes,
good.
girls in the game.
I finished my drink.
Yes, cheers.
Love you guys. Thank you guys
Love
for
you
joining
guys.
us.
Like,
Sorry, it might have gotten
subscribe.
a little bit crazy, but
Little
these are our
crazy.
fucking girls. Hello.
High
Yes.
school's triggering.
It is, duh. Like, comment, subscribe, follow. You know all the shit to do.
Do all of it.
Duh. You love us.
Yes.
Anyways, have a good week. Thanks for tuning in. Love you. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.